The moment's come. My AI agency, Gym Members Now, was just valued at $5.448 million. As you can see here on my screen from the business valuation I just got done. And in the last 4 years, we've done over $5.7 million in sales discretionary earnings, which you can see here on page 12, which is a fancy term for profit before paying the owner's wages. And the craziest thing about all this, guys, is that I achieved all this by not knowing anything about AI, by not having any experience in the industry I service the AI to, and all without a personal brand. And the reason why my business is worth over $5 million to this day is because I'm using a bundle of special AI growth systems that are helping my clients get atypical results, which in turn has allowed me to charge a lot more money for my services, has allowed me to keep my clients a lot longer, and has allowed me to get a lot more clients. And so what I want to do today is break down this process basically step by step. So I want to show you how this AI growth bundle works with actual real results in 2025, the best businesses to sell this to make the most amount of money, and how to make money as fast as possible with this AI growth bundle. And before I dive into any of the content, I first want to preface this by saying I make all of this content for really two reasons, okay? The first reason is because when I was 21, still in college, my senior year, I had zero prior business experience. And what I did was I spent everything that I owed on a course from someone that didn't have any experience in actually teaching how to run a successful agency. But once I learned from someone who really actually knew what they were doing, I scaled my business from zero to $70,000 a month in 6 months. Okay. And then 12 months later, did over $250,000 a month. And so I want to stress this enough by saying scaling an agency is not too difficult, but it's only difficult if you don't have the right information from someone who has not done it, okay? Which is why I make this information, so you can get the information from someone who's actually done it. Now, the second reason is because, as you guys can see, right, on my valuation on page 3 here, it's worth $5.448 million. If I can help just 3 to 4 other people do what I've done, then we can roll our companies up together in a portfolio and then take our companies to market to sell for 2 to 3 times more than what they're actually worth. Okay, so in my situation, the company would be worth 10 to 15 million rather than 5 million. And it would potentially, right, help your business do the exact same thing. Okay, so let's dive into content. And before I dive into content, let's go over a little bit more social proof, because you guys are right now, I'm sure, getting information from people who have actually never done what they're teaching you how to do on how to make money online. And I'm tired of it. I am completely tired of it. I want to make sure that you have all the trust and rapport before I show you everything in this video and get as much value as possible. So as you can see, my Stripe account, my company, Gym Members Now, 6.55 million gross sales. 2025, the account was going down, and that's because we transferred to a payment processor called Deposit, which is better fees than Stripe. Simply put, just cheaper to pay for. And we've done 2.1 million since then, March 2024 to March 2025. And if I take a look at my company, okay, to make sure you know it's a legit business online, we have 112 Google reviews, a 4.9 rating, testimonials. We have dozens and dozens of video testimonials from happy customers experiencing this new AI growth bundle system, okay, which I'm gonna show you a breakdown in this entire video. But now that we got the proof away, now that we got the introduction away, let's dive into the content, okay? I wanna give you as much value as I can in this video. Now, the first thing you need to talk about is who are we gonna be selling these AI growth bundle systems to? And it's gonna be local businesses, okay? One of the reasons why is because there's over 34 million of them in the United States. But let's talk about really why we're going to be doing that. And the first reason is because local businesses want AI growth systems to help their business sell. And the reason I know that is because right now I'm advertising on platforms like Facebook and Instagram, these AI growth bundle services. I'm getting the lowest cost per lead I had ever seen in my entire life while running these ads. In fact, since last year, January 2024, we spent over $163,000, and I'm seeing cost per leads like I've never seen. 141 leads, $19, 21 leads, 22 bucks, 157 leads, $8, 110 leads, $25, right? The list goes on and on. 936 leads, $21, okay? This is telling me that the market wants AI growth systems because they are opting in like I've never seen before, okay? That's the first reason. Second reason is because local businesses had on average a profit margin of 10%, which means if the business makes $300K in revenue in the year, they're taking home $30,000, okay? This gives you an incredible opportunity to come in, okay, as a business owner and help them make more money. Because if you can do that with a new trendy service, with the right bundle, which I'm gonna show you in a second, then you can charge a lot of money for your services, right? Simply put, to solve this problem. And I am living proof of that, right? As you can see, my valuation here, $5.448 million from doing this in my agency, okay? The third reason is because it's very easy to fulfill these clients and get them very good results, again, if you had the right actual AI bundle, which I'm gonna show you in this video. Now, the second step here is which local businesses do we want to offer this to, okay? And there's really two things to think about before we walk you through the best ones in 2025 today to make the most amount of money from. But let's first talk about why we want to go after a specific niche. And I want to preface this by saying a story when I started. When I started, this was 6 years ago, I was offering services to 3 different industries, okay? And what happened from there was essentially I was unsuccessful because I was talking to 3 different people, which made the marketing process to get them on the phone different, which made the sales process different, which made my service different every single time. Made it very confusing, okay? And that was not scalable, okay? And so what you want to do is you want to solve a specific problem for a specific industry, because what this is going to do, it's going to productize your service, and it's going to basically productize your business to make it a lot more scalable. So down the line, when you get a lot of customers, you can hire people to run the business for you. And it's very simple to do because it's the same thing every single time. So you can work on the business, not in the business, and truly achieve what we all want to achieve right at the end of the day as entrepreneurs, which is time freedom and financial abundance, okay? So as you can see here, the same problem equals the same marketing process to get people on the phone, the same setting process to get people on the phone, the same sales process to convert, and the same process to actually deliver the service, which makes your business very, very simple, repeatable. It's just like a factory, right? If you go to any factory, it's the exact same process every single time on how to make the product. And they do that so that it's very easy to train people so they can scale the business, okay? Simple scales, fancy scales. That is the first reason why we want to go after one niche. It's going to allow you to do that. One avatar, one problem you're solving, okay, which is helping to make more money. The second thing is when you're choosing your local business, you need to think about this. I'm just going to give you guys everything here in this video, but I'll show you in a second. But you want to go after a local business that makes a lot of money naturally from their customers, okay? The reason why is because you are going to be able to charge a lot more money for your services. It's going to allow you to make a lot more money, okay? So the more profit that you can have, obviously the more money you're going to make. But more importantly, the better your business can be. You can hire people that are talented, right? Again, to run the day-to-day operation, to get more appointments, to close more appointments, to fill more customers, right? You can do that when you have the capital to do so from charging more from your customers, and the more money you're gonna make, right, at the end of the day. So it makes business a lot easier, right? The more money you have, the less stress that you're gonna have at the end of the day of your business, okay? So let's talk about now what actual local businesses that we wanna go after. And I wanna preface this by saying all of these local businesses, I know people in these industries that are doing above 7 figures per year, okay, with a service-based business, okay, which should give you all of the belief that you can do it yourself as well, okay? So the first one we're gonna go after is home services. This could be an option here. This is like solar, this is like HVAC, this is like roofing, this is like plumbing, okay? The second one we go after, accountants, lawyers, and then the last one here, I've been doing this with Jen who lost 6+ years, almost 7. the specific training sector, right? Helping them grow their training because they make a lot more money from training clients. Physical therapists, chiropractors, dentists, med spas. I personally know people in all 4 of these industries here that are doing about 7 figures a year in their business, okay? And so I want to preface this by saying a pro tip as well. And before I go into this, I want to talk about when I started my business. Like I said, I had 0 prior experience in Hilton gyms. I never worked in a gym. I never owned a gym, okay? So you don't have to have experience in these industries to actually help them, but it certainly does help you if you have experience in it. And the reason why is because you can leverage your network, right, to get customers very fast. And number 2 is because you already know the business inside and out. So it's going to be a lot easier, right, to speak to them and to get them the results they're looking for, right? You certainly don't have to have experience. Now, if you do have experience, you're literally 5 steps ahead of me when I started 6 years ago. So that should get even more belief that you can do all this stuff. But you certainly don't have experience in the industry, okay? The second thing is knowing someone, okay? So if you know, like, if your family member owns one or works in one, or a friend does, right? Leverage that relationship to get that customer, right? To help them with this AI growth bundle I'm gonna walk through here in just a second with live results, okay? And the last thing here, which, I mean, this is seriously one of the biggest ninja hacks that you can know for helping local businesses, right? With this AI growth bundle, is going after an industry that has franchises in it and then being very specific on targeting that franchise, okay? This is how we scaled from 0 to 235 clients in 6 months when we started. And this is one of the biggest growth hacks that you could know of to really make a lot of money from providing these services in franchises, okay? And if you can come into a franchise and help a location get an incredible result and be very different than other vendors, you're going to be able to scale and grow with word of mouth very, very quick, which I'm going to show you is pretty much how to do that here with the AI growth bundle in just a second, okay? But that is the industries you want to choose from, okay? So now let's talk about the actual AI offer, which is the AI growth bundle, okay? And it's really 4 unique services that are bundled together, okay, to basically help the business solve the problem of making more money, which is going to be getting them more customers, okay? So you're going to leverage this AI growth bundle to do so. And the reason why this works so well, okay, is because this is a bundle of AI services that are working off each other in sequential order, okay? So again, there are 4 different services, but they're all working off each other to get the customer the best result, okay? So let's talk about the first one here, which is going to be AI reviews and referrals. What essentially this is, to break it down as simple as possible, is that all local businesses are going to have a Google My Business page on Google, right? So if you type in like restaurants near me, you're going to see basically a bunch of restaurants with profiles, right? Like little reviews next to each business, right? And so what we're going to help them with is we're going to help them basically rank at the highest possible ranking they can be in their local market so they can get as much organic traffic as possible, right? So when people look up gyms near me, restaurants near me, right, whatever the industry is, they're going to rank at the top, which is going to get them the most phone calls, it's going to get them the most leads, and it's going to get them the most organic sales to grow their business, okay? So we're going to help them get more reviews, okay, to get those benefits I just mentioned. Now, the second thing that we're going to do is we're not only going to help them, okay, get them more organic traffic by helping them rank higher on Google, but we're going to bolt on a very unique referral process, okay, to basically capitalize on the reviews that they're getting to basically ask those reviews for referrals. What this does is it basically pulls sales opportunities out of thin air for the customer to help them grow and scale their business. And this is what I see a lot of not in the industry right now, okay, is people are not doing this step, which is getting referrals from the reviews. This is a massive opportunity to provide a lot more value and differentiate yourself from other competitors out there. I know because I'm doing it right now to make a lot more money, not only for your customers, but also for yourself, okay? That is the first thing that you're going to offer, okay? This is the first thing you're going to deliver the business owner when you actually get them sold into your business here, okay? So I want to just show you an actual live result so you can kind of see what this process looks like from top to bottom, okay? So we had this location here. We've been working with them for a while. This has since really right around February 11th is when we started. It's the 24th today. Okay. As you can see, here's our dashboard. So we've gotten them 24 5-star reviews and we've gotten them 7 referrals with this process. And so what we've done to take this a step further is we've taken their list of customers and we've reached out to those people asking them if they'd like a chance to win some type of offer. And if they do, just let us know how we're doing on a scale of 1 to 5. Okay. So when people say a 4 or 5, then what's going to happen is we're going to shoot them to Google to leave a review. If they say a 3, we're going to ask them how we can make their experience better to basically let the business owner know what they need to improve on in the business to make their member or customer experience better. And this also is a great way to keep staff accountable for the business owner. Okay. So it's a double-edged sword of why it's super, super beneficial, right? Not only are we going to get more reviews to help them rank higher on Google to get more organic sales and traffic, but we're going to figure out ways to make their business better if people have not so nice things to say. Okay. So let's walk through a live example of what this looks like from an actual person at this location from top to bottom, right? So we're first going to reach out to them on text message, asking them, hey, do you want a chance to win this type of offer? Let us know how we're doing on a scale 1 to 5. 5 being great, 1 being bad. They said 5. Great. We sent them to Google to leave a review and they left a review. They confirmed their entry. And then we asked them for a referral, right? By building out a custom link here and saying, look, if we've got a couple of these offers for people that want to come in to work out with you, all you have to do is share this link with them and we will actually put your name in the raffle 5 to 10 more times to actually get that chance to win that offer that we talked about here at the first text messages. So that's the way to incentivize the person that's leaving a review to actually give them a referral. And this works very, very well. As you can see, they've gotten 7 referrals just from 24 reviews. Okay. That's the first part prior process. Now, if someone says below a 3, okay, to the text message here, okay, to go, right? This contact said 3 and they gave us how we can improve the facility, which is valuable information for the business owner to take back to the business, okay, to make our business better. Okay. That's the first thing we're going to do is launch this bundle here. Okay. Now we're going to do this right after we onboard the customer. And the next thing that we're going to do while we're in the reviews is AI reactivations. Okay. So what AI reactivations are is essentially we're going to be taking the business owner's list, their database of prospects and inactive customers or members. And we're going to reach out to those people to get them to come back into the facility so they can be sold on their services again. Now, the reason why this is so beneficial is because, number one, not any local business is actually doing this effectively. Okay. Nobody is remarketing to their list of prospects and inactive members, because I know that because we talk to 5 to 10 people a day and they're not doing it. That's the first thing. The second thing is that this is very low hanging fruit for the business owner. These contacts that are in their database are people that already know, like, and trust the business. Okay. And all it takes is a simple, decent offer to get these people to come back in the facility so they can get them sold into the service that they're providing at the business. So it's a very easy way for the business owner to make a lot of money very, very quick to pay for your investment 10 times over, right, in first month, for them to really, to get them to like and trust you very, very fast. Okay. So let's talk about what this looks like here so you guys have an idea what this looks like. So we've been running this for this location for last couple months. 38 appointments we've scheduled for this location, all by just reaching out to their database, right, of inactive members and prospects. And then 20 people showed and they've sold 7 people. So we've given them 7 new customers, okay, without spending any money on marketing, just by reaching out to their past list of customers and prospects to get them to come back in the facility. And they've sold over about $14,000 with this process here, okay, which is so powerful for the business, right? Again, if you can do this instantly, they can pay for the program pretty dang quick, which is very, very cool to see. Okay. Now let's go through an example so you guys can kind of see what this looks like from top to bottom here. I'm going to go here. As you can see, we're going to reach out to this person, promoting a simple offer to get them to come back into the facility. Okay. Hey, name. It's person's name to the location. Want this offer? Yes. Great. We schedule a picture here. Tomorrow would be great. After 2, we schedule the appointment. Ask them if they want a friend. Yes, they do. Great. So we're taking 1 prospect, now turning him into 2 prospects by just asking if they want to bring a friend with them. And then we're just reminding them of their appointment, which is it. Very, very simple. Okay. And so the big thing here is that we're using human agents to respond to these people coupled with artificial intelligence. So what happens, the artificial intelligence will come up with the response to respond to the prospect. If the response is not what it should be, then the human agent will step in to actually handle the conversation. Okay, to approve of the response or not to approve the response. We tried AI single handling just to like handle the entire conversation, and it's gone terribly. AI is not 100% there just yet. But if you can couple the two with human and AI, it makes the process seamless, and also will decrease a lot of labor costs for companies. But that's the second way. Getting sales opportunities by leveraging their lists through AI reactivation, which is so powerful. Okay. Now the second and the third and fourth thing here. So once you launch reviews, you're going to be doing these launch reviews. You're going to be doing reactivations, and you're not going to launch AI lead generation or AI lead nurturing until you're finished with AI reactivation, because chances are this business is going to have a list of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7+ thousand contacts and go after, and that's going to last you anywhere from as low as a month all the way up to 2+ months. Okay, so you don't want to launch more lead generation or more campaigns to get people in the facility until that you're exhausted in the first one. Okay, because they're going to have a lot of success with that first campaign because they're going to sell a lot of people they've already sold to. Simple put. Okay, but the third thing you're going to do is you're going to launch AI lead generation. Okay, and this is simply running AI powered paid ad campaigns on platforms like Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, and TikTok. Okay, and then you're going to couple that with a very effective AI lead nurturing system to get those leads that you're generating on those platforms to book and show. Okay, the reason why you want to have an appointment setting machine to get these people to book and show is because Harvard has done a business review on lead response time. And what they found is that if you don't contact a lead after them opting in within 5 minutes, okay, then what's going to happen is you're going to have a 400% less likely chance to get in contact with that lead to get them to book and show. And so to begin with, right, these business owners don't have a lot of time in the day, and they're not going to be able to book these people to come in their facility as efficient as you are going to be, because that's what they're hiring you as a growth acquisition partner, help their business grow using AI. So you're going to bolt on an AI lead nurturing system to get these leads to book at the highest possible rate so they have the most success possible in their process. Okay. Now, let's also talk about the AI lead generation component. What we do to make our this different in the marketplace is we run AI paid ads for our customers, and we don't just carpet bomb their market, right? What you'll see in the space, a lot of people just run very generic ads to a generic audience. Think of like men and women. They might have two different audiences running ads to. The problem with this is that the same person that's 60 years old is seeing the same ad as the same gender that's 25 years old. Okay, so you might have a picture of a 60-year-old person, and that person that's 60 seeing it, and the person that's 24 is seeing it. And so what this causes is it causes an inefficiency in getting the best result for the customer, because you're not speaking directly to both of types of audiences, right? With the creative in this example for the ad. So what we do for our clients is we run what we call a Defingon matrix. So we set up 10 different audiences, okay? And each audience that we have for our customer is gender with a specific age group. So we'll have men and women, and then we'll have 5 different audiences for each one of those branches there. So for men, we'll have 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 plus ages for men. And then women, we'll have 20 to 29, same thing, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 plus, right? For a total of 10 audiences. And then we will run ad campaigns that speak directly to those audiences, okay? And we'll create AI-powered images using platforms like ArcAds and ChatGPT to write the copy. Okay, and the copy will speak directly to those with that demographic as well, calling up the age, calling up the gender, et cetera, et cetera. And what this does, it gets us the lowest cost per lead for our customer, okay, to get them the most amount of people in our facility so they can make the most amount of money. And it makes our ads differentiate in the local market, okay, to capitalize on more demand in the market, okay? That is the the secret sauce essentially to our paid ads campaigns that are powered by AI lead generation. Okay. And let me just show you kind of some of the results here that we're seeing with some of our customers. If I pull up my screen here, as you can see, this is the same exact location. We've gotten them 205 leads, 83 have scheduled, and then we've had 35 show. They hadn't marked any sales here at the location, which they've definitely gotten some because I've spoken to this customer. They're closing about 50%, which should be double this contracted value here. But as you can see with this process here, we're getting insane results. $9 leads, $8 leads, $4 leads, $10 leads, $12 leads, et cetera, and we're not using a lead form. We're using a conversion funnel. So they're clicking on the ad and they're going off to a different platform to sign up. And I'll walk you through the funnel here in just a second so you can see what this looks like. As you can see, right, we've got all the different audience sets here, as you can see, 59 women. And then we had a campaign that's actually made directly for this demographic, okay, right? So women, we're talking to specifically these people that are 50 to 59 here, okay? And so we've got the copy, we have the pictures of the ads, you guys can see here, all powered by AI. And then we're going down here, once they click on the ad, they're going to submit their information. And then once they submit their information, we're going to have the AI lead generation, right, campaigns basically plug in to take those leads that are opting in to book them to come in the facility. Okay, so I'll walk you through an example so you guys can see that as well in real times here. So we have 83 that are scheduled. Let's take a look at this location here. This contact here. Starting for a top funnel, they opted in, then they auto booked in the facility. The AI is responding. It's reminding them of their appointment, right? And up until their appointment, person's like here, they showed, boom, right? So that's the process. It's very effective, but you don't want to turn this on, okay, until you've done all the AI reactivation. And it's important that you do this in sequential order to get the best result, and also so you can explain this on the sales call to get the best result at the end of the day. But guys, that is the AI growth bundle. So now let's talk about, well, how do we want to price this AI growth bundle? And I have priced this AI growth bundle in every single imaginable way you possibly can. I have done low ticket at $250 to then upsell into packages that are $1,500 a month to even 8K paying fulls. I've done month to month, they're charging $1,500 a month and then upsell into continuity. I've done, paid in fulls for 16 grand, right, for the service, right, for a 4-month commitment. And after doing all of those different pricing models, I have found that the best pricing model to do is a 3-month commitment at $1,500 a month, and then to downsell them into a 12-month commitment at $1,250. Okay, and here is why. The first reason is because it's going to allow you to get some consistent revenue on the front end, okay, for the customer. And at the end of the day, it is a easier sale than just a flat out 16K PIF 12-month agreement, right, on the front end. The second reason is going to allow you to build up your monthly recurring revenue with a 12-month commitment, then paying me $1,250 per month, okay, which is invaluable as a business. If you're trying to sell your business, monthly recurring revenue is literally everything, okay? Investors and buyers, they do not want to see businesses that have very big cash months, some months, and then very low cash months and one-off transactions. They want to see monthly recurring revenue because that's going to allow them to have some type of consistency and peace of mind that the business is going to collect this amount of much money without any sales moving forward with the company, okay? The second reason this is a big benefit is because you, every single month, don't have to restart your sales process. You don't have to restart from ground zero, right? If you are already selling people into monthly recurring contracts on the front end and back end, you're going to be making money month over month with these contracts, right? And so that's why we found this to work super well. Not only does it help get the most amount of sale, but you get the most amount of recurring revenue to really help you grow and scale your business. So you're continuing to build off the base for the business. You can grow and scale and make a lot more money. Okay, so this is by far the best process that we've done. 3-month commitment at $1,500 a month, and then to upsell them, right, into continuity, and ideally as soon as you can, into a 12-month program where you basically save them $250 a month and $3K total for a year. Okay, that's the downsell there. So highly effective, and has taken us a long time to figure out. This has taken us a long time. Like I said, I've done high ticket, I've done low commitment, I've done high ticket at the start, and this is by far the best model to use right off the rip. Okay, now let's talk about here the math of really what to of how to make the most money as quick as possible. Because look, it's fantastic, right, that we know the service and how it's different and really how to provide the most value to the customer. But let's talk about how we can actually make money with this, because it's going to shock you at how few customers that you need to actually make over $100,000 for yourself. Okay, so let's talk about the math here. Let's say in the first month we had 5 sales. Okay, 5 sales at each $1,500 per month. Okay, and then from those 5 sales in the first month, we converted 3 of those 5 people at $1,200 a month, right? Which would be a 12-month commitment. Okay, and in month 2, we sold another 5 people at $1,500 a month, and we converted again 3, right, at $1,250. Okay, so there's a cover math there. Now I'm gonna press this by saying right now I am converting 75% of our people into long-term commitments from the 3 months. Okay, we've got a very, very good process on this, and to keep it very, very short on how to do this at a high level and very, very effectively, you need to be obsessed with your customer results, and you need to be as proactive as you can be with your clients' results, meaning you should be finding problems with their accounts and why they're not getting results before they reach out to you. If you're not doing that, then you're doing it incorrectly. That will solve everything. If you get them results, they will want to keep paying you month over month over month. It is that simple, okay? But there is a math, right? So we have 10 sales, we've converted 6 of them, right? We've converted 6 and we have not converted 4. Okay, so the 4 that we have not converted are going to pay us for 3 months, right? At each $1,500 a month. So 1,500 times 4 is $6K a month. 6K times 3 is $18,000 in contract value. You converted 6 up to 10, which is going to be $1,250 times 6, which is $7,500 a month. Over a 12-month time frame is $90,000, okay, that they're going to pay you in contracts. So if you just do that for 2 months, okay, and you convert 60% of the 10 sales that you make, okay, and you continue to be proactive and you continue to deliver these people insanely good results for those 12 months, you are going to make $108,000, okay, to your business. That's all it takes. Okay, and so this is how I have been able to do this up here in my company, have our company valued at $5.448 million, because we have been playing this game over and over and over again with a new, trendy, different AI growth solution for local business owners at the end of the day. Okay? So my recommendation for you is lock in. Lock in for 12 months. Try to do this. Okay, you will definitely be able to do it if you put your mind to it. And in another 12 months, look up and see where you're at. I guarantee you will have made over $100,000 if you don't give up and you give this your entire all. Now, from here, all you need to do is continue to do more of this, right? You need to get more people on your program. You need to convert more people, which is getting them results. And then you need to essentially ask them for referrals and testimonials, and you want to just keep doing that over and over and over and over and over again in your business until then you become a bottleneck of fulfillment. Then you're going to want to hire out your fulfillment, which is going to be an account manager, a tech person, and a media buyer to run your ads. Okay, and then you focusing on friends. You'll probably hire an appointment center on front end as well. All you need to continue to doing is sell, and then you're going to come to a point where you're going to hire more people internally, and they're going to need to build out your front end team, and then from there you're going to be working on the business, not in the business, guys. That is all dedicated on the fact of here, by choosing the correct industry, that is going to make you the most amount of money, which I give you all of these right here, okay? But guys, that is 6 steps that I have taken, okay? And I've done each one more of those over and over again to have my company worth $5.448 million here, okay? So what I want to share with you now is, if you want help on scaling your AI agency, okay, if you want to just launch an AI agency and make $10K a month, go ahead and click the link below, watch the video that I walked through, and book call with me and my team. We'll walk you through how we can make that happen. And if you want to scale, okay, if you're doing 20, 30, 40K, 100K a month, and you want to scale to make more money per month, right, in your business, so you can work on the business, not in the business, and truly create a business that operates without you, just like it does for me. And you want to just, at the end of the day, try to become a growth partner into our company so we can partner up and sell our agencies together to make a lot more money, click a link and book a call below. Watch the video, book a call, and I will walk you through how we can make that happen, what that will look like. You'll be talking with me or one of my team members. But guys, that is all I have for you in the content today. If you enjoyed it, you got value, please give me a like on the video and a subscribe so you can continue to watch the videos and how I can provide value to help you in your entrepreneurial journey to make money online. And my whole goal, right, my whole mission of this channel is to inspire and impact as many people as possible so they can truly see what was possible if they put their mind to something, just like I did, right, in this business model. So thank you all so much. Have a fantastic day, and we will talk very soon.